best minds in business. We hope you can join us, and as we say here in Wealth Track, make every week a profitable and a productive one.
Mondays at 6 p.m.
You're watching WLAE, New Orleans Public Television. University of Holy Cross, a century of teaching the mind and heart, is made possible by Phyllis M. Taylor, Joseph and Sue Ellen Canizero, Dr. and Mrs. David Buck Landry, Marianites of Holy Cross, the Ray and Jessica Brandt Family Foundation, Scott and Jane Wolfe, Philip and Donna Blanchard, Joe and Aaron Caruso, Jerry and Jack Stumpf Jr., Gulf Coast Bank and Trust Company, 5th District Savings Bank, and by James and Marcia Hubbard, Milton and Susan Lackey, Mike and Terry Lopez, and Ken and Betty Tedesco.
And as we were planning our wedding in 1985, she said to me, I'm willing to be married to you, but I'm not going to be married to a man that doesn't have a college degree. And like a week later, I found Our Lady of Holy Cross College.
You're taught service. You're taught that if God has given you much, much is expected. And so part of a Holy Cross education is service, is giving back to the community.
To me, that's what the world needs. It needs more of that cultivating of the heart. You can have all the brains you want, but if you don't have that compassion, which comes back to our Marianite charism, then we're not going to change the world.
Through the people that you talk to, they'll all have their human interest story that goes back to the generosity of these religious that started in France 200 years ago, and came to Louisiana. Who would have known?
The year was 1841. The first wagon train arrived in California. A New Orleans man invented Venetian blinds. William Henry Harrison became the first U.S. president to die in office. He served for just 1 month. Far away in France, a new beginning. Father Basil Moreau founded the Marianites of Holy Cross, a growing congregation of sisters who would travel to faraway mission fields, including the strange and wild new world called America. They would bring with them the desire to spread the gospel and a love of education.
One phrase that really is used in all of the Holy Cross institutions is, the mind will not be cultivated at the expense of the heart, not only for the next life, but for this life as well.
In those days, the mission of many religious men and women would expand in response to a desperate call for help.
And the history of schools in New Orleans is the story of yellow fever, typhoid, and malaria. So Bishop Antoine Blanc issued a call to all religious communities in the United States to come here and staff orphanages because people were dying.
As epidemic after epidemic spread through the New Orleans area, more and more children were left alone. In 1849, 3 of the Marianite sisters heard the call for help and hurried to St. Mary's Orphan Asylum in New Orleans. There they found 75 starving boys crowded into the orphanage. The sisters begged for food, found benefactors, and thanks to the help of the Ursuline nuns nearby, they survived